Glad you're with us here. I'm going to introduce you to Matt Lee. You know Matt, he's our good buddy here on Wednesdays. He does our real estate review. Can we talk about the HIP show quickly?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very emotional, huh?
It was. It was. Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun, and I mean, it was hot in there. It was very hot,
but emotional too.
It was emotional. It was a lot of. It was great. It was a great atmosphere. They were singing "O Canada" at the beginning, and every minute nobody sat down. Yeah. You know, it was great.
Well, Matt Lee was there, and yeah, but we're going to be talking about real estate right now, Matt.
Yeah.
I love this particular subject matter. You're looking for that home. You want to put an offer in. There's this amazing home, and you want to put an offer in. There's just something wrong with it. Maybe it's an old floor. Yeah. It's an old kitchen. There is a way to deal with that.
Yeah, so Mortgage Plus Improvements is something that you want to talk to your bank or talk to your mortgage broker about. It's something that we're running into a time right now where the listings are you know, a little bit less than they have been in the past. So what I've said to my own clients, and you know, let's look at a wider area in regards to price. Say you have a price that, you know, $300, I don't want to spend any more than that amount of money. And you say, well, let's look at the houses that are at $280 and maybe need something. You know, maybe they need flooring, or maybe they need a kitchen or something like that, and you start to look at that different aspects.
Not a total fixer-upper.
Not a total fixer-upper, but I mean, say you have an older kitchen, and then you say to your mortgage lender, before you go out and do this whole process, what is our whole setup in regards to Mortgage Plus Improvements? Because if you qualify for that, if your bank is willing to do that with you, which a lot of them are, you could go in to look at a home and you could say, well, I don't like that kitchen, but everything else is perfect. And you could say, okay, well, let's get somebody in here to price that kitchen prior to us moving in. Hopefully, you know, sometimes you have to live through the dust because it might close on the same day. We'll have a new kitchen put in, and all of a sudden everything's perfect. So there is different possibilities. All of a sudden you walk into a house and dogs, or you know, somebody's really torn up the floor. You know, like it could be anything. You don't want carpets because you have allergies. Well,
or it's an old carpet and you want to get rid of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go in and you say, okay, well, there's X amount of dollars in flooring and trim to fix this up, and it's going to be the perfect house. So there is the option to going to the bank, and the way that process works is that you have to get a contractor in to do a quote. Then you take the quote to the lender. They look at it, they approve it. The money then sits in trust on closing, so you get the house, the improvements are done, and then the money's released. So therefore, they have to come back and check to make sure that it's actually been completed. It's not something that they say, here's an extra $10,000 and I hope you do what you're supposed to do with it. It's something that they come back, they verify that you've done what you've done, and then they go from there. So they want to make sure that the asset is increasing in value because you are putting the money into it.
So basically, those renovations, those repairs, those upgrades is worked into the mortgage.
Yes, that's right.
In a weird kind of way.
It is. So therefore, you actually have the full mortgage, and say it's $300,000. You know, you buy the house at $280, you put $20,000 into it. The mortgage is actually $300,000, and you're putting a new kitchen and you're putting new flooring in. It's creating a better value for that house. So therefore, they, you know, at that point, as long as every situation is different, but you have to go in and speak to the bank and see, is this a possibility? Because it is something that I think people should investigate.
If it's there, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and as always, just ask questions for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Matt, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Matt, here's how to get a hold of him.